How can school leaders create governance systems that protect teaching and learning? Well, as a new principal, one of the areas my teachers asked me to address was reducing interruptions to teaching and learning. As I investigated the issue, I quickly realized we didn't have guidelines governing when and who could interrupt learning. Over the following month, my teachers, assistant principals, and I defined the who, when, and what of when learning could be interrupted. You see, in today's complex educational landscape, one question persistently challenges school administrators. How do we shield our classrooms from external disruptions while maintaining high-quality instruction? Well, this question has become even more critical as schools work to recover from pandemic-related learning losses. The answer lies in developing robust, student-centered governance systems that prioritize instructional time and quality. You see, research shows that when schools implement clear protocols and non-negotiable standards, they create stable learning environments where teachers can focus on what matters most, teaching. So I want you to consider these key findings. First, schools that establish clear governance protocols see substantial gains in instructional time utilization and academic achievement. Next, without strong governance systems, schools lose between 16 to 25% of instructional time to various disruptions, with high schools experiencing the highest loss. Followed by, effective governance requires both top-down policy frameworks and bottom-up buy-in from teachers and staff. You see, when these are aligned, schools can better protect instructional time and maintain consistent learning environments. So you may be wondering, what gets in the way? Well, there are several common pitfalls that undermine instructional stability. Number one, unclear decision-making channels. When roles and responsibilities are ambiguous, issues that could be handled quickly end up disrupting instruction while people figure out who should address them. Number two, reactive versus proactive policies. Schools that lack clear protocols tend to handle situations inconsistently, creating confusion and eating into teaching time. And number three, insufficient boundaries. Without established non-negotiables around instructional time, outside demands steadily erode the school day. So, I know you're wondering, what are some better systems that we can put in place? Well, I'm so glad that you asked. So let's talk about building better systems. You see, effective student-centered governance relies on three key pillars. The first pillar is clear protocols. Develop and document specific procedures for everyday situations, from visitor policies to emergency responses. This eliminates confusion and maintains consistency. Followed by protected instructional time. So I want you to establish non-negotiable blocks of uninterrupted teaching time, because research shows that students in school with protected instructional time demonstrate higher academic achievement. And last but not least, empowered implementation. Give teachers and staff the authority to maintain these boundaries, backing them with clear administrative support. So now that we understand the pillars, let's talk about making it work. You see, the most successful schools do the following things. First, they create detailed procedural handbooks that clarify roles and responsibilities. Next, they schedule regular governance reviews to refine and update protocols, followed by investing in staff training on governance procedures. How about communicate expectations clearly to all stakeholders is the next step. And last but not least, track and analyze time usage data to identify areas for improvement. So now what? Well, I always give you a challenge. Here is your challenge. As you work to strengthen your school governance systems, first and foremost, I want you to audit your current protocols. Where are the gaps that allow disruptions? Number 2, survey teachers about their biggest instructional time challenges. Number 3, document and share clear procedures for common situations. Followed by establish protected instructional blocks in your master schedule. And number 5, create accountability measures to ensure protocols are followed. Remember, every minute saved from disruption is a minute gained for learning. By implementing strong student-centered governance practices, you create the stable, focused environment that teachers need to teach and students need to learn. When students are led well, they learn well. Student-centered governance isn't about rigid rules. It's about creating systems that serve their core purpose, protecting the sacred space where teaching and learning happens. When we get this right, we give our teachers and students the greatest gift we can, the time and space to focus on what matters most, teaching